actually when I came to the chakra work, I didn't know it was chakra work. I came to Osho in the first place. And the first contact with Osho was a book. And the second contact was a picture of a woman dancing with so much passion and so much beauty and grace that I was just, it touched me so deeply that I felt this is what I would like to be like. This is how I would like to see myself in the future. And then I started searching and I went to India and I started doing workshops as a participant. And I learned about myself, a lot of things, and my life became more alive, more joyful, was more understanding about myself. Lots of changes. I lived in a community in Germany and I visited Osho in America and then later in India again. And in one of the workshops, I, for the first time, did a chakra workshop. What was called back then the chakra stream. And this was like coming home for me, like suddenly I felt everything started making sense. It was a map that I could see fits into my life and makes my life more understandable. And I got very thrilled by this whole approach. I did all the workshops. I was in India at that time, I lived in India. And I did as many workshops as I could, and it was like, almost like an addiction, a good addiction, that I just wanted to learn more and more and more about it. And eventually, the opportunity came that I was asked to lead myself one of the workshops, which was actually not something I had really thought about up to that point. And when I did that, I suddenly discovered the beauty of teaching what I enjoy to others, teaching what I have learned to other people, and how it affects other people. And that was something unexpected and very beautiful and very rewarding. And so I continued one chakra group and another, and so actually the chakras led me, step by step, to develop my work, to develop myself, my work, and to make also other people's life more alive, more joyful, more playful. Just last night I was in Česká and a woman came to me who worked with me a year ago, and she described to me all the changes that had happened after the workshop for her. And it's very rewarding and very beautiful to experience. And I see in my own life that the chakras take me step by step. I first did workshops and individual work, and then since the last 10 years I'm doing trainings. And with every training I'm going deeper into the work because I want to teach new things to my students. And so it kind of seems to continue, the chakras seem to continue developing within me, and then I teach it again. So by education, I studied education, general education, psychology and sociology. And I also worked as a teacher in a university in Germany. And while I was teaching, I very much enjoyed the connection with my students. And I realized teaching is actually something I really like. And yet I always had that feeling that the content isn't right. That what I was teaching was very theoretical, very abstract. and I missed for myself. I felt I'm not teaching what I meant to teach. And that's when I gave my work a break and decided to start over again. Like, I was in my mid-30s, 35 or something, and I felt this is the right time to rethink what I want to do. And I didn't know what I was going to do. I only knew I want to stop what I'm doing at this point. And I went back to India. That was my first impulse after having been away from India for a while. And that's when I discovered then the chakra work, and then it all came together in a very beautiful way, because I was familiar with teaching, and I was familiar with the whole psychology, the growth of educational theories, and it kind of suddenly became so much more alive the moment I brought this aliveness of the chakra work into it. It wasn't anymore a theory, it was something that I lived, and it was something that I was happy to teach to people, because I believe in it and I see what it can do and what potential it has. And it's not just a theoretical concept that I have learned, which doesn't mean theory isn't important. Yeah, it was also important for me to learn a lot of things. And yet, the chakra work brought something very different into my work and changed direction. So I'm not working in institutions usually. I'm working with groups who come to me because they like the work. They come because they want to come, not because somebody sent them or it's part of an educational program, which is also very different. When somebody really comes because he's looking for something, or somebody comes because it's part of his educational timetable. So something very interesting I discovered when I came to India in the 80s, beginning of 1980, was what Osho calls the psychology of the Buddhas. And since I studied psychology, that was a whole new idea that actually also the East has a psychology that is very much connected to meditation. And so I suddenly felt like two worlds were coming together, the world of what I already studied, psychology, but giving this psychological knowledge a whole different dimension through meditation and through the development, like the chakra work later on that I discovered, is basically built on the psychology of the Buddhas. And it's a psychology that is more concerned about the development of our consciousness and solving problems or changing behavior patterns we don't like about ourselves or we suffer from. It's really spiritual growth that affects the consciousness of the person I'm working with in my own consciousness. And that is, I think, why we are here for. That's why we are on this planet, to grow our consciousness, not just to change behaviors or solve our little problems in life, even though we often start like that. Begin with the problem that we have. But as soon as people really dive into the chakra work, they very quickly discover that there is a much bigger dimension behind all these day-to-day issues that we try to solve. And that's when it's a bit like an awakening in each person to realize there is something much bigger inside of me than my daily problems that I have. There is something in me that is meant to become alive, to become happy, to become aware, to discover dimensions inside of each one of us which are beyond mundane, everyday activities. activities, spaces of consciousness that are like belong to the whole of the universe, not just to me personally. And it's beautiful to see people discover this dimension. So, by nationality, I'm German. I grew up in Germany, and I was very young that I had a longing to discover other cultures and to live outside Germany. That was in a very young age, a wish that I had. So in the beginning I traveled to India, I traveled to Russia with my work, within Europe. And then was a time in India when many Israelis came to India, to Pune, and that touched something in me of my German history, being a German born and having dealt with the Holocaust and what Germany caused to the Jewish people. Was something that was very strong inside of me. It wasn't easy for me to digest. And then suddenly I find myself working with Israeli people, with Jewish people who actually I'm dealing with their issues that they bring partially from the Holocaust as second or third generation of the Holocaust. So I find myself in a situation where I suddenly face to face with this issue. And I noticed that actually by working with people on their theme of their psychological problems concerning the Holocaust was good for me. It felt healthy for me to deal with it in this way. And I was then invited to come to Israel and give workshops in Israel. And first of all, Israel is a beautiful country. I enjoy the combination of Arabic culture and Western culture very much. And when I came the first time, it was also before Rabin was killed, so it was a time very different from today in Israel, where there was a big hope in this country that there would be peace. It was very beautiful and very impressive. And then I started a relationship in Israel, so I stayed. And so I'm still in Israel. And I feel it's a beautiful place for me to live. I love also living in the desert. I love the desert very much. And I'm traveling from Israel into other countries, like mostly Czech Republic, as my center for Europe, to work with people not only in Israel but also in other countries. And sometimes people from Russia come, and Germany. And so I keep my international way of working, which is very beautiful, to work with people from different nationalities and to travel with the work that some people cannot, not everybody wants to come to Israel to work with me, so that I can spread it more. And I love Czech Republic very much. It reminds me a lot of Germany when I was a child. And that's why I also chose Czech Republic as my European base.